Okay, so before I actually talk about what Bookmooch is today, I'm gonna just say that my video I filmed yesterday got one of my friends to borrow the first book in the Ruby Oliver series. So that's a win-win for me because my whole point is to get people to read and take my book recommendations and so on and so forth. So what Bookmooch actually is, it's a exchange service where you can exchange books with people. You only have to pay the shipping, and it runs on a point by point basis. You get a half a point for each book, I want to say, because it takes 10 points, 10 books in all to make a point or two. Something like that. I haven't really been on it in a while since the summer. I joined in the summer and I got a few books. And I haven't had enough books on my book out books to ship out list yet to make another point, so I'm just kind of waiting until I come across books that I don't want anymore. That's basically what you do. You put books on there that you don't want anymore, and then people that might want your book, they'll give you a point or two to add to your collection of points, and then you can use those points you get to buy another book. I think it might only be 1 point. You'll have to check back on that with the site. I really don't remember, but it is a good way to get rid of books you don't want and in exchange only pay the shipping to ship books out in order to pay for it. So it's almost like getting free books. Not quite. You still have to ship it out, but it also is a great way to meet people because you can talk to people. And the cool thing, my bug is flying at me. The cool thing about it is once you start getting books from other people, Bookmooch actually starts to know your preference of genres and it'll give you recommendations. Because a couple of these books I have here to show you that you're not just getting really bad romantic paperback novels nobody wants. People are actually putting good books on Bookmooch, and you can get a lot of books that you actually want from it. I'm going to show you some of those today. It's not just this horrible thing. Though I will admit I have come across a lot of people's unwanted, like, really bad romantic novels up there. But if you search, and Bookmooch will start giving you recommendations. Also, you can keep a wish list. That's also really cool. Your wish list, you put all the books that you want to get in the future, and when it becomes available by a user, you know, they'll email you and say, hey, this book is available. Also, you have to watch out for people that live in other countries. They might not want to ship it to you. You should ask them first. There is an option where you can ask them about it first before you get it shipped to you, or if they want to do it. Most of the time, you might get lucky and they'll ship it to you. I actually had one person that lived in another country. I think she lived in Canada, and she asked me if I would rather ship it to her mother that lived in the States for her to ship it to her. We did it that way, and she got the book, and I got a point, so it all worked out. So I'm going to show you some of the books that I got on there, and I'm going to pronounce these authors' names and probably mess it up, so forgive me if I do that because I'm horrible with names, like most people probably are. Well, the first book was really popular in my college, so I wanted to see for myself. I used to be in school in the English as an English major, of course, and this was a book that everybody would talk about. It's The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I do know a lot about him because my friends really loved him. I've never read any of his stuff, so this will be my first book that I'll probably read by him one day. But I heard it's very frustrating read because it's kind of rip your heart out sad. And Cormac McCarthy is also really famous for not putting any punctuations in his novels, so that's always frustrating as well. But I actually can't wait to read it because a lot of my friends recommended it to me, and that's why I found it on Bookmooch and I got it from someone. The next book is a good example I need to bring up because it's huge. So some of these books you might be paying more to ship out, but like I said, it's worth it when you're only paying for shipping and you're making new friends in the process and getting books. So this is actually Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. I'm actually planning to read this one pretty soon because it'll keep me busy for a while, as you can see. I seen the movie and it scared the hell out of me, so I wanted to read the novel it's based off of. I like the fact that she actually lost the book cover, so I didn't get a book cover. It didn't really bother me much because, you know, when you read big books like this, the cover is really annoying to fiddle with. It's always coming off when you're trying to read it. A lot of people I know, including myself, actually take the cover off, so that's something I do all the time, and then when I'm done, the cat fell down. I just put the cover back on it when I'm done, make it all nice and pretty, but it doesn't bother me that this didn't have a cover, you know, to display. It still looks nice on my shelf because it's big and bulky and it's blue and purple, which are two of my favorite colors. But that's also another thing to remember. You're getting used books, so they might be damaged or don't have a cover when you get them, but like I said, you know, used books are wonderful because they've been loved and read, and you never know if you find notes in them, which is always fun, so, yeah. My next book I actually found one in myself. It's user by Blake Nelson, and he's actually one of my favorite writers of all time. Like, seriously, if you guys never read his first book, Girl, it's life-changing. I've read my copy many times. It's Falling Apart from Love. I have the movie. It's just so good. And I can't wait to read his other stuff. I read the sequel to Girl when it came out called Dream School, and it was good, but sequels rarely measure up to the first book. But it was still really good, and I can't wait to read this. It's classic Blake Nelson. I've never read it yet, but I will get to it soon. My to-read list is like so long, I'll probably never finish it before I die. But I think that's most book lovers anyway. The next one is one I actually looked for myself. This is called Dangerous Angels, but it's actually a whole series in one book. It's the Weetie Bat books. And I've been wanting to read this forever. And the cover's beautiful, and I can't wait to get to it. Oh, and it's by Francesca Leah Block. I'm not going to go too much to detail about these books, like the premise of them, since I haven't read them yet. But look at that cover. That cover is awesome. You know you want to read it from just looking at the cover. And the last book I got from Bookmooch was actually a recommendation from Bookmooch itself. I had an extra point. I didn't know what to look for because everything I was looking for I couldn't find. Yes, sometimes they will not have the book you're looking for. That's just, the facts of life. If a book is really popular right now, you're not going to find it. Or people are want to get rid of it. There's sometimes you just won't find the book that you want. So I had an extra point that I wanted to use, and Bookmooch recommended it to me. It's called Smashed by Corinne Zalikas. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But it's about her, her journey dealing with alcoholism and stuff. I thought that sounded really interesting, and I like reading. No, I like reading nonfiction books every now and then. So I read everything. So I got it. I thought it sounded good. I'm going to link my Bookmooch account down in the comment section below if anybody wants to add me, or just you don't even have to add me. You can just check it out. You can just check it out for yourself and maybe join up and start putting your books up there and getting up points to get books. Like I said, it's just another way to get books cheaper, because bookstores really cost a lot of money. I always browse the bargain bins when I go to bookstores, and because I can never afford the $30 books, especially manga. Man, manga is really expensive. I bet you there's a lot of manga on Bookmooch that people get rid of. They might have double copies. I never tried finding it, but that might be a good idea if anyone's out there are anime and manga fans. But like I said, I'm going to link my account in the comment section. And if you want to add me, great. If you don't, just look around, give Bookmooch a try. If you don't like it, you can always delete your account. And as usual, I'll have my links to all my other web pages available, and hopefully my videos will start to get better longer as I go. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!